Now, have you ever thought of owning an Ashok Leyland? Well, I'm sure not, because it would be kind of hard to squeeze a truck or a bus into your parking spot, and driving it around in the city wouldn't be particularly easy, would it now? But now there is an Ashok Leyland that will fit into your parking spot and one that you can drive around yourself. This is their first passenger vehicle for the mass market, the Ashok Leyland Style. Yes, you are right. This Ashok Leyland is a rebadged, restyled version of Nissan's frumpy MPV, the Evalia. So why should you be interested in the Ashok Leyland Style? Well, honestly, Ashok Leyland isn't expecting the general car buyer to check out the style. This is aimed at the tour, the taxi operators. But if you are interested, it does have a few changes under the skin and comes with a different kind of value proposition. What it is, we'll just find out. First, the design. The style seems fairly polished. The nose job gives it a tough look and the satin finish logos look fantastic. It even has a spoiler at the rear and optional 15-inch alloy wheels which give it a youthful look. The regular passenger car-like tires also boost the style's self-esteem. But there's no getting away from the fact that this is a utilitarian design. Ashok Leyland has tried to improve on the Evalia even on the inside. For instance, they have added a glove box, but the plastic quality there is quite poor. Other than that, plastic quality is decent, although it does feel tough rather than luxurious. Now this top-end LX variant obviously has a few extras over the mid-level LS variant, but they're very minor things, like the seats, for instance, have fabric covers, the center console has this silver finish to it, and the ORVMs are in body color. Despite all of that, it still feels fairly stripped out though. Music system is not offered as standard, you do not have ABS, EBD and airbags as an option even here, and there's no reversing camera either. On the upside, the interiors do feel like they're built to last. The way the steering is positioned, you feel like you're driving a truck. But there's no complaint about the space. There's lots of it. The second row gets a dedicated blower and sliding windows. But these are a bit too small, don't you think? The second row of seats also slides. But this is very useful, as it helps optimize the legroom available and opens up space for the third row of seats, which by the way are definitely very usable. But there are no AC vents here. Another problem with the third row is that it is bolted to the floor, so it does eat into the boot space. Now finally, what is this Ashok Leyland like to drive? The style's front wheels are driven by Renault's 85 bhp 1.5 litre K9K diesel motor. However, in the style, this engine has lost about 11 bhp of power and 1.5 kilograms of torque. Now, Ashok Leyland claimed to have detuned this motor with the aim of getting the best fuel efficiency in a wide range of conditions, whether it's full load, harsh driving, whatever. This has resulted in an ARAI certified fuel efficiency of 19.5 kilometers per litre. And it isn't bad to drive either. Now this motor is very drivable. It has a very wide power band, low down the rev range, put your foot down and it will step forward smartly. There's more pulling power on tap when you head into the mid-range, and it's only when you push it harder, higher up into the rev range that you find that power tapers off a bit. The easygoing nature of the style is also reflected in its road manners. Now this thing's steering is light, it's direct, so it makes it very easy to steer. Has a very nice turning circle as well. Clutch pedal is light, so this feels very easy to drive, very car-like in that sense. Now the wider tires do give you more confidence, but around corners, this car will roll a bit, so you need to take some care there. Of course, the style is helped by the fact that it has a car-like monocoque chassis. but it uses leaf springs at the rear. But don't worry, it rides pretty well too. It goes over rough surfaces with a great deal of composure, which is great news for people who are going to be traveling in this. So the style may not be as flat and as composed as a Toyota Innova, but its ride will do just fine. What helps tip the balance in the style's favor is its price tag of 9.5 lakh rupees for the top-end LX variant. Sure, this style isn't cheap, and considering the equipment that's gone missing when compared to the Evalia, you do wonder whether Ashok Leyland could have offered a better price tag for this top-end variant. Despite that, the style is offering Indian families a MPV that's robustly engineered, that's spacious, competent, and maybe a little low on frills, but at a reasonable price tag. For some, that will be enough. Just keep in mind, to buy one, you will have to make your way to one of Ashok Leyland's LCV showrooms, which, although quite spiffy, will be a bit far from your usual haunts.